And just like that, week 1 of OTAs is in the books. Now, the Detroit Lions are going to have one more week of OTAs. Remember that there's no third week due to the fact that the Detroit Lions will be playing the Hall of Fame game on July 31st. That will be an extra preseason game, so they'll have 4. That's going to be a great chance to look at the kind of bubble players, the young guys, man. And I think it's going to be a fierce competition when it comes down to that 53-man roster. Even the practice squad, I think it's going to be some real talent on the practice squad. But we're going to take a look at Tim 21. Now, these were the first days that the reason we hadn't got any info out of OTAs is because I guess this was the first day that the media was allowed in the facility. Now, from what I am going to piece together, if you see a press conference at the beginning of it's just like during the season, even during training camp, if you see a press conference from Dan Campbell, then that means that the media is probably allowed to be there that day. If you don't, it's likely that they are not allowed, and we won't get anything out of camp. I cannot believe that we have about 61 days to the Hall of Fame game, and the season is coming right in front of us. I heard the press conference today, and I think it was Jennifer Hammond. Somebody said, man, it seems like yesterday, doesn't it? And she was like, nope. And I could agree with her with that. Let's take a look. Here's what Tim 21 had to say about day 3 of OTA. It says 7-on-7. The team ended practice with some 7-on-7 work, with the first team offense and defense getting 2 sessions and 12 total reps against one another. The first series of 6 reps went to the defense safety Kirby Joseph and quarterback Ennis Rakestraw Jr. nearly recorded interceptions. And quarterback Jared Goff was just 2 for 6 on the drill set up to simulate a 3rd and 5. Now, one thing that does worry me about Jared Goff is the fact that he's about to become a father. And I don't know what it is, man, but when these players have babies, I don't know if it's the sleepless nights or what, even if it's not their first one, they have a hard time on the field. This is Jared Goff's first one, and it's due any minute now. So hopefully he can get those kind of shake it off by the time, I know it sounds mean, but shake it off by the time the season begins. But what about Aidan Hutchinson? Says Hutchinson returns. Friday was the first time we've seen Aidan Hutchinson on the field since he suffered a broken leg October 13th of last season. He had a couple of nice rushes in team periods and looks to be just as disruptive as ever. It's going to be huge for the defense to have him back on the edge. That is great news because he is literally all we have. Without him, we are not going to have enough to make an impact. I still don't believe at all in Marcus Davenport. So it's good to see Hutch, and that, according to Tim, he really hasn't lost a step. He was worried about that left leg, man, but hopefully he's probably going to have to build the strength back. And I don't know if it's there yet, but hopefully it will be. Now, what about opposite Hutch? Says opportunity. When someone is playing opposite Hutchinson along Detroit's defensive line, there's a great chance they're going to see a lot of one-on-one blocks with plenty of opportunity to make plays. That should be the case for veteran Marcus Davenport if he can stay healthy. Davenport missed 15 games last year due to injury. Friday, he had a couple of nice rushes in a team period and got his hands on a Goff pass intended for an open pass catcher in the flat that would have been a good gainer. It's good to see him back making an early impact. Now, of course, Dan Campbell is going to say the right thing. Everybody's going to say the right thing when it comes to Marcus Davenport and any player on the team. But the catalyst, the big thing is if he can stay healthy. That's always going to be the case with Marcus until he finishes an entire season. He has not finished an entire season in his career. I think we still need somebody. I mean, I'm not even trying to be any type of way, but he might not make it out of training camp. But are there any players that stood out? According to Tim, Rakestraw, Detroit's second-round pick from last year, who only played in 8 games because of injury, has a great opportunity to make an impact this spring with fellow second-year cornerback Terrion Arnold not taking part in practice. Rakestraw was with the first unit opposite DJ Reed at outside cornerback, and he made a couple of plays. He was also the team's gunner on punt. He got a shout-out after practice from linebacker Jack Campbell, who said Rakestraw is one of the youngsters who has caught his eye this spring. Okay, Jack, you're only a third-year player yourself, but that's funny. That's great news for Detroit's depth at that position. Well, that's a position that I really don't think we have to worry about. Brad has gone cornerback heavy pretty much since year 2. I mean, we've stocked up and stockpiled at cornerback. We even brought a couple guys in, Avante Maddox, and I mean, there's a couple guys that's still available, and no doubt we'll see some fresh bodies brought in before the season begins. So, but it's good to hear, because Ray Straw could have made an impact last year, especially with what happened with what's the guy's name, man? Amik Robertson. So just being out there, just being an extra body out there, he could have made an impact, but he was unavailable. So that's good to hear. That pick right there, man, is going to stay with me, because the fact that we needed a pass rusher, we still need a pass rusher, but it is what it is. Speaking of pass rushers, Tim continues, back up pass rushers. A couple edge rushers who caught my eye with some good rushes Sunday were Isaac Ukwu and rookie Ahmed Hassanein. Ukwu was in on number 1 on a number of plays in the backfield and even got some love from Shepard for his efforts. Hassanein had a nice rush where quarterback Kyle Allen would have paid a serious price for trying to make a deep throw, with Hassanein bearing down on him. It will be fun to see who emerges behind Hutchinson and Davenport for playing time. So that, according to Tim, he thinks that Davenport is going to be number 2 on the other side of Hutch. Man, that is going to be tough. Just thinking about it, I don't see where Davenport stays healthy, but that is, you cannot say his name and mention his name in a sentence and not say, without saying, if he stays healthy. Like, that's the one thing. So I don't know if Zadarius Smith will be back. We're going to have a conversation about that in the next couple of days after June 1st, which will be Sunday, or June 1st and beyond. There could be some movement with him, the likes of him, Matthew Judon, and Von Miller, not necessarily with the Detroit Lions, but just in the NFL in general. So OTAs week 1, day 3 is in the books, and got some good news, man. Now, there were a couple of people that did not show up. One is Alexander Zalone, and the other one is Frank Ragnow. We've already talked about Alexander Zalone, and Frank Ragnow, we're actually going to make a video about him, and expect that to probably release in the middle of the night, because tomorrow will most likely be dedicated to the Michigan Panthers. They have their season finale at Ford Field tomorrow. So be there. Tickets are, I've seen them as low as $18. From what I understand, they have opened up 2,000 more seats. If you guys have never been down there, the end zone seats are usually closed. So my guess is they're probably going to open up both end zones. The Michigan Panthers are already in the playoffs. Unfortunately, they will not be back at Ford Field next week to start to play the Birmingham Stallions, which it should be at home, but unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do that due to, I guess, something happening at Ford Field. So we got to show up and show out. And speaking of showing up, the first 2,000 people to show up will get a Jake Bates bobblehead. I have seen them, and they look a lot like the ones that we have already, the ones that you get when you go to Ford Field. You've got the Aidan Hutchinson, you got the Brad Holmes, and the Calvin Johnson. I also have, to my right over here, I have the Dave Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs bobbleheads. Shout out to the people that sent me those. So I want to finally get my hands on the Jake Bates. Now, he is in a Panthers uniform. After all, he is a Panthers legend, so that's going to fit right in. But we will be there. We will also be tailgating tomorrow. I think festivities begin at 10:30, so I hope to get up and get down there in enough time, but I definitely will be down there. I got to get my bobblehead. So anyway, just want to let you guys know that. So I'll probably go live tomorrow on my exit from the stadium per usual. But if you are going to Ford Field tomorrow, let me know. I hope to see you there. I will be wearing a Lions Syndicate shirt, not this one, but one with the lion on it. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Merchandise to launch in 1 month. July 1st, man, we're going to launch merchandise. I'll see you then, or next time, or tomorrow at Ford Field. You know what I'm trying to say.